Okay, so in this video I'm going to be explaining how I set up my 3D models, make primarily cars and their blueprints. So I like to go to this website called blueprints.com. The link will be in the description below. When you go to this website, you want to click on vector drawings. This will pull up all the manufacturer of cars, trucks, buses, trains, whatever. For this video today, we're going to do something fairly simple with nothing with too much complex lines. So a nice car that's good to work on is probably I'm not sure. There's so many cars, so let's do a Mini Cooper. Actually, it's small, and let's do a fairly old one. So let's go. Yeah, that's suitable. So right here is the Mini Cooper, and you got to get this picture. Now you don't have to buy it, just letting you know. You can always expect image and make sure you're grabbing the image and just open in a new tab and save it from here. And most likely you'll get the clearest picture, but this one's not so clear. So here's another way. You can type in this is another way, and most likely you will not get the clearest picture, but this is another alternative. So sometimes you won't get it, sometimes you won't get it with all the views, because this one's missing its top view. And sometimes they won't be proportion right, so you gotta look out for those. So this one, you gotta sometimes wait for it to load. There's different ones you can choose. This one seems like a pretty good one, but you gotta be careful again with the proportions. Make sure everything's sized up right. It has the front, the back, the top, and the left side. You got to get, these are the primary views that you need to build off of. If one of them is missing, you're gonna have a hard time modeling, or it just might make it straight up impossible. But it's still possible to do it, but it probably won't be the best way to do it for starting out. So this one's a good image. So you get that image and you want to inspect it and open a new tab. See, that one's pretty clear. It has nice crisp lines you can see when you're in Blender. So I'm going to save it. And it's always good to separate your files and the different models you do. So open another folder. Just type in Mini and just save it in there. Always make sure it's a JPEG file so Blender can recognize it and open it up. So we're gonna open Blender, and we'll be having this block right here. Now you want to keep this cube because that's what we're going to use to line up everything with. So first things first, we're going to press the button N, which will bring down this this toolbar, or whatever you want to call it, and you want to click background images and click the drop down button. Here you can add in pictures, so we're going to add in 4 images, one for each side. So this first image, we go to our source, which is right here, already labeled out, and right now you don't see it. What you got to do is go to your numpad and press 5. It'll flatten the image and whatever view you choose. So 1 is front, 3 is right, 7 is top, and 9 is bottom and stuff. So if you want to like choose the opposite, like the opposite of front is back, you push control then 1 and it'll bring you to the back. But right now we're going to focus on the front. So right now it's in all views. You want to make sure it's in front. And for the rest of the views, we're gonna do the same thing, but right now we're gonna focus on the front. So this block right here is going to be our middle or our lineup point. So right now we're gonna press X. Well, we're gonna press Z to make it invisible, and we're gonna move the image, not the block itself. So since we're working with the front view, we're gonna work with the front. So make sure it's nice and even, make sure it's nice and lined up. You can press down shift and move it to get a precise, more precision move, and you want to click off of it then let go shift. If you don't do that, it's going to move it to a random position. But once you have it in semi in the middle, you want to edit the block, and we're going to you want to extend it outwards as far out as the model is. Same thing for the other side. Now this is going to make sense when we do the other sides. Oh, there you go. And go up, go as high as the roof goes. Now, depending on what you're going to model, I'm not going to model the license plate, so I'm not going to include the license plate. So about right there, and that's our front view. So since we got our front view all set in order, we're going to move on to the next view, which is going to be the right view or the left view, depending on what you're looking at. So actually we're going to make it right because it's going to make it real easy. So open up the last image and you go into your right view. Right now we're in our right view, and we're going to move the image to the right view. So it's up. Again, press shift to more precision. And most of the time, your image will not line up. Not every blueprint is perfect, so you probably have to finagle it, which is Craterite. So as far out as you're going to model. Now this is what I was talking about with the front, with the roof. See how it's cut off right here, but in the front view it's perfect. See, this is not a perfect model, but we can still work around it. So we're going to extend it ever so slightly, so that's fine. So next we're going to work with our top view. This, so which is this is the left, the right. So our top view. Again, pull the same picture, and we're going to go to our top view. Now we're going to rotate the image. Not, again, do not mess with the object. Can't stress this enough, because you'll end up screwing up everything. So just make it nice, a 90. And we're gonna move it into position. See, this is perfect. The front projection is perfect with the blueprint. It's true. So everything lines up just as it's planned. And that's what a good model, a good blueprint should do. Everything should just line up without any trouble. So top view is done, and all we have is the back view. So we go to the back view, which is Control 1, and we just move it to that position. Again, it's off a little bit, but it's alright, we'll work with it. Oop. So there, we have our front view, our right view, our top view, and our back view. These two should be identical in the same spot, because you're going to be primarily working with these two to get that shape right. Once it's all done, everything's lined up, you can delete the box. Well, before you do, just make sure everything's in the right order, and you just delete the box. And there you go, you have your model just to start out with. And just a little teaser or something to get started. Once you get done with this, you can just press N and take it away. You want to go to your modifiers and add a mirror modifier. Make sure it's clipping so they won't go to different edges, and you add in a plane, and it'll show on both sides, and they won't interfere. They'll keep it from touching. So first things first, we're going to model the roof because that's the easiest. You want to keep it nice and neat. It will save you in the long run when it's nice and neat. So keep these in. Depending on what model you're trying to have, high poly, low poly, because I know it's different from if you want to have it as a mod for games. Like, I know GTA models are semi-high, but there's different applications that require different things. So keep that in mind when you're modeling, to watch your triangle count, your truss count. Just FYI. So we're going to model this roof just to start off, to show you guys. So you want to extrude. Once you have something down, extrude, and you're just going to follow the line. Be sure to keep true to the body line, so when you see a edge, make sure there's an edge there, so it'll be followed, or it can be transferred down smoothly in a smooth transaction. Right now we're running out of time. Good. So it could be like that. And when we go to our other view, just press B, and it's going to move it up to the very top. See, this is what I mean by a bad model, but it's quite alright. So we're going to go to our front view. We're going to grab each one of these and just gonna flex it. Flex it down. And once you do that, you'll have your roof. Yeah, every model is different. You might have to do a little bit more work, but I chose this model because I thought it would be simple, nice and easy. It'd be a perfect car to start out. So once you have that, I know it's boxy, there's an edge right there. You can always smooth it out later. So just a smooth transaction. So that's our top done. We go outside and we can start moving these up to match that. So we can go all the way back with this top view. So we're just gonna go all the way back. So what we do, we just grab these, just fit it back there. Now be mindful where there's tight spots, you might want to do a little bit more extruding to give it more depth, keep it from looking boxy and whatnot. So there's that. So let's bring that down. Well, actually no, go to our back view and we can always tighten it up here. Bring that out. Again, you want to keep it nice and neat. So these two, just fill those in. You might have an extra piece, just push Alt M, add first, save it a hiccup, and see this model is really bad, but we can work with it. There's not much I can do about that. Yeah, it's off a little bit, but it's perfect on the front and the side. So hopefully this will get you started. Find a good blueprint to build off of, and once you do that, we'll continue on. I'll probably choose a different model, but more or less it's going to be the same. And there you go. You have a roof. So there you go. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe for more content. I know that Project Civic is been missing, but I will return to that pretty soon. Probably, well, I don't want to give any promises, next week if I can. But thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos of Blender work or Civic or any project that I'm doing, just stay tuned. Thank you for watching.